Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. In the last episode, we continued our item roundup here on Bryyo, and between the last episode and this one, I checked our logbook to see how we were doing with the completion of that, and from what I can tell, I think we should be able to get everything in this run. So, here's to hoping that we actually can. There are a few scans that I'm not 100% sure that we can get or not, but there are a few here on Bryyo that I actually did miss, so I'm going to track those down before we leave the planet. We don't have any more upgrades left to get here, but, I figured it'd be better to get the scans before we leave. So, one is a lore entry that is in the Bryyo. So I need to find where that room is. I want to say I'm actually close to it. Let's see, is it this one? There we go. Okay, so I think the fastest way to get there is to take this path to Hall of the Golems. So I need to head over to the orange door, wherever that is. Okay, and then the other one, which I'm really surprised that I didn't get one of these scans somewhere, because I think these enemies are pretty common, but I missed the Reptilicus scan, apparently. Now, I think the reason for this is because there are actually two different types. So there's the Reptilicus Hunter, which is the scan that I have gotten, and then there's just the plain old Reptilicus, which I think I didn't bother trying to scan any of them after I got the Hunter scan, because I thought, that was the only one. Okay, so from here, do we need to go up? Yeah, so we need to go to the door on the top area. I'm going to try to ignore the Fargle Hatcher without getting derailed by it. We'll see how that goes. Good. Yep, there they are. Alright, so now that we're here in the Bryyo, I'm not sure which side of it's going to be on. Okay, it's not on this side, so it must be on the other end of the tunnel. I'll make my way through semi-quickly. Okay. How much you bet it's going to be on the wall behind me? Yep, there it is. Alright. Struggle of Exiles. As the followers of the primal tradition celebrated their victory, a number of surviving science lords gathered in a hidden sanctuary. It was there that our foolishness became obvious, and we regretted ignoring the Chosen's warning. We realized the folly of following the ways of science with blind faith, and the peril of all Bryyo. The contamination left from the battles was spreading, and would soon scour the remaining fertile lands, leaving naught but ash. If left unaided, Bryyo would lose what few safe lands and water remained. Once more, our great minds turned to a grand task, planetary salvation. As our enemies searched the lands for us, the last lords of science, we created our final machines and launched them into the heavens. Alright, so I'm going to track down the Reptilicus scan, and I will come back once I find one. Okay, let's see if these guys... Yep, okay, indeed they are. So, oh, hi there. So this is a Reptilicus, teleports across short distances, highly aggressive and territorial. Scans indicate a mutation that allows the Reptilicus to teleport over short distances, commonly used as a combat tactic to corner and trap their prey. The Reptilicus appear to suffer from face-on corruption, and all higher thought processes have been replaced by a savage bloodlust. This corruption has also increased their resistance to heat-based attacks and fuel gel. Okay, so that concludes all of the scans that we need to get that are only found on Bryyo. There is one more scan that I'm planning on getting here that we could get somewhere else, which is the scan for a half pipe. There's also one in the Steambot barracks on Elysia, and I think, yeah, let's go to the right, because that'll be the faster way to get to a landing site. And I think also in the Phazon mining area, so like the quarry. I guess Phazon Quarry is the name of the room. So you can get it from any of those places. I just kind of forgot to get one of this scan. So we'll get it here on our way out of this area, because I think, as long as I'm remembering correctly, there should be one in... Oh, actually, nope, I picked the wrong area. Whoops. Oh, well. I think it's, yeah, it's in the beginning area of Flipside. Oh, wait. I'm pretty sure I'm getting myself, like, doubly confused here, because I was pretty sure that it was in Thorn Jungle, and then I looked at the rooms and thought that it wasn't, but now I'm pretty sure that it is again. It has phasoids. You know what? I can just take the hits. It's not like I, you know, am suffering for health right now. I mean, it definitely would not hurt to go into hyper mode, but I don't really need to. Okay. Oh, wow, he actually read my movement there. Hey, no, it's in this room. Okay, so I'm not crazy. So this is a half pipe. Boost inside the structure to gain momentum to reach high areas. And that's how they are. Charge the boost ball. Yeah, we know how to do this, so. Now that we have that, we are officially done with Bryyo. Our next stop is going to be Elysia. We need to get a few things there. One of which, or actually two of which being scans. And these scans, I think you have to have the spider ball in order to get both of them. So that's the only thing that you need. So you could theoretically get them earlier, but we'll just get them now since we didn't. And then we should, I think there's also one more expansion that's left on Elysia that we can get, or that we'll need to get. And I think that'll be it, because we cleared out most of, I think it's East Skytown. So like the first area that you land on when you get to Skytown. So I think we just need to get the scans from West Skytown and let's see. I guess we'll do landing site B. And I'll find what room the expansion is in, so we can track that down. Because you need the spider ball for that as well. And then once we're done with that, we'll be all done with Elysia too. So we'll wrap up 2 planets in this episode. We get 2 for the price of 1. And depending on how quickly that stuff goes, we may even get to the next area after that. We will have to see. Alright, so I am going to look at my map here. The missile expansion that we're looking for is in Concourse Ventilation. Is the name of the room. Okay, so it is actually right after the... Oh, so the Chozo Observatory is the one room that we want to go to. So they're actually pretty close. Yeah, I think we can just kind of follow the path through. As I've said in the past, the design of this area is not my favorite in terms of how difficult it is to read the map. Just screw attack through these sky puffers. Wait for the doors to load. And we get to go bowling for bots again. But only one row of bots, because after you load, after you go through this room, I think the first 2 times, the enemies will always be the same. Okay, going through here. No more Theronian Bomb. Okay. Actually, I don't think there's any opportunity for us to go any different way until we get to that point where the observatory is. This is all just a straight path. We're finally in here. We want to... Actually, we have to go to the lower level. There's no option. And that will take us to the observatory. That's our first stop. And I think we might also be able to get suit expansion locations for Elysia. Not that that's really going to help us all that much. And I think we will be able to get it for the pirate homeworld as well. I'm going to take care of these phasoids here in this room because we're going to be actually spending time in here. Nope, of course. I was right about to exit hyper mode and then the red bar happened. Although I did get to show off, albeit briefly, the screw attack looks pretty cool when you're in hyper mode. Alright, so the one that we're looking for is over there, I think, because there are bomb slots that we have not yet activated. So, here it is. So as far as I know, there's no way to get up here without the spider ball. So hopefully we'll get to skip this. There we go. So, okay, it downloaded additional research data, ether information added to logbook, and the game actually doesn't, you have to go into your logbook and look up the information, and that's not the logbook. So, yeah, it's under research, planet ether. Satellite information shows that ether is slowly recovering from a cataclysmic event. A stellar object struck the planet with an incredible force, burning ether's fertile plains, and destroying the lush forest covering her surface. The planet's own energy supply, once torn in two by the impact, is now stable. The inhabitants of the world, the Starborn Luminoth, have begun the long task of mending ether. So that was the planet that we were on in Metroid Prime 2, and there should be another one over here, which will give us data on Talon 4. Again, we'll go into our logbook and look at that. Talon 4 appears to be a utopia for biological life, containing an oxygen-rich and hospitable atmosphere. The planet is home to countless species of flora and fauna. Satellite scans detect numerous structures on the planet's surface, with closer examination revealing many of these structures to be of Chozo origin. Talon 4's scar, the result of a celestial body impacting the planet's surface decades ago, is still visible. Satellite scans are unable to determine the extent of the original damage, but the planet appears to have recovered from any negative effects of the object's impact. Okay, so once we get out of here, I'm going to look around and see if there are any other bomb slots that we have not yet activated. And survey says, yep, there's should be the last one. Skip this, and this should be suit expansions for Skytown. And actually, upon further thought, I don't think we have the suit expansions for Pirate Homeworld yet, so I'm going to fall down because that will help me find those. Alright, where could you be? At least I'm pretty sure that you can get those. Okay, no. That one. It's not along this row. So want to make sure that I don't leave and then I miss it for whatever reason. Looks like everything. I'm gonna check my map and see if we have those already or not, because I don't think we do. Yeah, I'm not seeing them, so... I'm trying to back out here. Actually, I figured that out, that you can just press 1, and I don't know why I, forgot to do it for whatever reason. I think that's everything that we can do. Yeah, there are only those 2 entrances, so... Wait. Unless... Alright, let me try this again. No, these are the 2 ones that we just got, so... None of these ones are active. Alright. Let's, do one last check and then I'll move on. It's me just being paranoid at this point. Yep, okay, let's move on. I don't think getting the suit locations is required for your logbook at all, so we don't need to worry too much about that. So let's just move on to the missile expansion. And I don't know why I did that, considering that there's a phasoid. Alright, and of course, there are actually 2 phasoids in here. Just our luck. Oh, one of them is red. We already got the scan for the red one. So actually, good thing that we bought this one, because now we'll see if you get more whole credits for defeating secondary ones. And the answer looks like yes. I'm not sure if it's a limited amount that's just more than 1, but definitely fight more than 1 to get the opportunity. And actually, I don't know why I'm going up, because what we want... It's actually the spider ball track right here. They blend in a lot more in this game, so it can be much easier to miss them sometimes. So just drop right down on the missile expansion, and that will do it for Elysia here. So I'm gonna run back to the ship, and I will meet you there. Alright, so I'm back here at my ship, and I actually think, given how much faffing that I managed to cram into this episode, that this will be a good place to cut it out. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. I've been redxparasite, signing out.